John Travolta. The name itself conjures images of swagger and undeniable screen presence. He arrived in Hollywood like a thunderbolt, full of josh and raw talent. From his early days there was something special about him, a spark that audiences instantly connected with. He wasn't just another actor, he was a cultural force waiting to be unleashed. Many in India, and indeed globally, first knew him as the ultimate cool cat. He became famous very quickly, a true heartthrob for millions. His early roles hinted at the massive stardom that was just around the corner for this young man from New Jersey. Then came Saturday Night Fever in 1977. This film was not just a movie, it was a cultural earthquake. Yar! Travolta, as Tony Manero, became the poster boy for the disco era. His white suit, his pointing finger, his incredible dance moves, these became iconic, instantly recognizable worldwide. The film perfectly captured the zeitgeist of the late 70s, with its pulsating Bee Gees soundtrack and its story of working-class dreams. Travolta didn't just act the part, he embodied it, making Tony Manero a symbol of aspiration and a king of the dance floor. He showed everyone how to strut with style and confidence. Close on the heels of this massive success came Grease in 1978. If Saturday Night Fever made him a disco icon, Grease cemented his status as a bona fide Hollywood superstar. Playing Danny Zuko, the leather-clad, cool-talking leader of the T-Birds, Travolta sang and danced his way into even more hearts. His chemistry with Olivia Newton-John was electric, making the film an instant classic. It showcased his versatility, proving he could handle musicals with the same ease as drama. Grease became one of the biggest movie musicals of all time, and its songs are still sung at parties and gatherings across India today. These two films, back-to-back, catapulted John Travolta into a stratosphere of fame rarely seen. He was suddenly one of the most recognizable faces on the planet. The late 1970s truly belonged to him. He was the disco king, the musical hero, the guy everyone wanted to be or be with. The pressure must have been immense, but he handled it with a certain coolness. His early image was defined by these roles: youthful, energetic, and incredibly charismatic, setting a high bar for his future endeavors in the unpredictable world of cinema. After the dizzying heights of disco fame, the 1980s presented a different kind of challenge for John Travolta. The landscape of Hollywood was changing, and the disco craze eventually faded. He starred in several films during this decade, like Urban Cowboy, which had its moments but none quite recaptured that earlier explosive success. It's a common story in showbiz, no? Maintaining momentum after such a massive start is always a tough ask. He faced the classic problem of typecasting, with audiences finding it hard to see him beyond his iconic dancing roles. This period was about searching for new directions, a new cinematic identity. Then, in 1994, came the comeback that shook Hollywood to its core: Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino, a director known for his unique style, cast Travolta as Vincent Vega, a cool, philosophical hitman. This role was a complete game-changer. It was unexpected, brilliant, and it reminded everyone of Travolta's incredible talent. Suddenly, he was cool again, perhaps even cooler than before. Pulp Fiction became a cultural phenomenon itself, and Travolta's performance, including that memorable dance with Uma Thurman, earned him an Oscar nomination. It was a masterstroke, proving his acting fundas were strong and versatile, a proper second innings. The success of Pulp Fiction opened up a whole new phase in his career. The 1990s and early 2000s saw him star in a string of successful films, showcasing his range even further. He played a charming loan shark in Get Shorty, which won him a Golden Globe. He then dived into action with films like Broken Arrow and the mind-bending Face Off, where he famously swapped personas with Nicolas Cage. These roles proved he could be a compelling action hero, a comedic talent, and a serious dramatic actor. He was no longer just the disco king, he was a multifaceted Hollywood heavyweight, taking on diverse and challenging projects. As the years rolled on towards 2025, Travolta continued to work steadily, adapting to the ever-evolving film industry. While perhaps not every film was a box office smasher, his presence always added a certain gravitas. He navigated personal tragedies with remarkable strength, which undoubtedly influenced his choices and performances. His career became a testament to resilience, an ability to reinvent himself and stay relevant in a business that is notoriously fickle. He showed a quiet determination, choosing roles that interested him, whether in big-budget productions or smaller independent films, always keeping his fans engaged. When we talk about John Travolta's most famous roles, Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction simply cannot be ignored. It was more than just a comeback. It was a redefinition. The slicked-back hair, the bolo tie, the laid-back menace. Travolta embodied it all perfectly. That iconic dance scene at Jackrabbit Slim's with Uma Thurman wasn't just a throwback to his dancing days. It was a moment of pure cinematic cool. Vincent Vega was smooth, sometimes bumbling, and surprisingly philosophical for a hitman. This role gave Travolta a new lease on his career, making him a darling of critics and audiences once more. It showed his incredible range. Another unforgettable role came with Face Off in 1997, directed by the legendary John Woo. Here, Travolta played FBI agent Sean Archer, and also quite brilliantly, the villain Castor Troy. The premise of swapping faces was outlandish, but Travolta and Cage committed to it with such gusto that it became a thrilling spectacle. The action sequences were over the top and incredibly entertaining. Travolta had to portray the nuances of two completely different personalities trapped in the wrong bodies, a task he managed with remarkable skill. This film was a massive hit, cementing his status as a versatile action star of the 90s. Beyond the sets and scripts, John Travolta has a fascinating life. One of his biggest passions is aviation. He is not just a casual flyer, he is a certified pilot with licenses to fly several types of aircraft, including large commercial jets like the Boeing 707 and Boeing 747. He even has a private runway at his home in Florida. This love for flying is a significant part of his identity, often spoken about in interviews. It shows a side of him that is adventurous and highly skilled, far removed from the dance floor or the movie set, a real high flyer in every sense. On set, Travolta is known for his professionalism and dedication. He immerses himself in his roles, often bringing his own ideas to the characters. Despite the immense fame and personal challenges he has faced, including the heartbreaking loss of his wife Kelly Preston and his son Jet, he has maintained a sense of grace. Colleagues often speak of his kindness and generosity. These behind-the-scenes glimpses reveal a man of depth and resilience, someone who has navigated the highs and lows of life with a strength that is truly admirable. His ability to connect with people on a personal level shines through. So what is the scene with John Travolta in 2025? Well, the Hollywood veteran continues to be a compelling figure. While he might be more selective with his projects these days, his passion for acting remains undiminished. We are seeing him perhaps explore more character-driven roles in independent films or even prestigious streaming series, allowing him to delve deeper into complex personalities. He is not chasing every big blockbuster, but rather focusing on work that resonates with him personally. His public appearances are still met with great enthusiasm, proving his star power hasn't faded one bit, still full of that old Josh. Throughout his long career, John Travolta has demonstrated an incredible ability to change and stay strong in the often brutal world of Hollywood. He has experienced soaring highs like his disco reign and the Pulp Fiction revival, and also faced periods of career lull and profound personal loss. Yet he has always managed to bounce back, to reinvent himself, and to find new ways to connect with audiences. This resilience is a key part of his enduring appeal. He has shown that it's possible to navigate the choppy waters of fame and maintain a career spanning decades, a true survivor. People still admire John Travolta for so many reasons, even today in 2025. There's the undeniable charisma, that twinkle in his eye that has captivated audiences for generations. His iconic roles, Tony Manero, Danny Zuko, Vincent Vega, are etched in cinematic history and continue to be celebrated. Younger generations discover his classic films while older fans cherish the nostalgia. He has a unique ability to seem both larger than life and incredibly relatable. There's a warmth about him that transcends the screen, making fans feel a genuine connection. His journey is an inspiration. In conclusion, John Travolta's impact on Hollywood and popular culture is simply undeniable. From being the disco king who set dance floors ablaze to a versatile actor capable of tackling complex roles, his journey has been extraordinary. He has weathered storms, celebrated triumphs, and consistently rediscovered his artistic voice. He remains a beloved figure not just for his talent, but for his resilience, his grace, and his enduring connection with his fans all over the world, including here in India. His legacy is one of transformation, tenacity, and timeless cool.